Good morning from Gilly Air, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I would reflect with you one of the phrases that we hear regularly, and you might be familiar with this phrase called "lest we forget." And lest we forget, in Canada, North America, I'll say Canada specifically, oftentimes we link it to Remembrance Day. We think about wars and soldiers that we've lost, and soldiers that have gone and come back and have been changed somehow. And I thought it really reflected some of the awareness that I have about this soul journey here that I'm having here in Gilly Air. So I thought I'd share this first quotation with you. And it says, "We tell myths over and over again, lest we forget who we are. Lest we not understand that these tales take us through the darkness of our lives, that they put us into a place where you understand what it is to be human." Right? So this is that these tales of, let's say, war put us into an awareness of what we've been through, so in human existence. And we'll say again, a lot of times this line is used relating to wars and loss and soldiers and military and all of that, this protection, this defense, and this loss. And I think that it's very interesting that when we look at the soul journey, there is something lost in this journey too, and that is the ego space. It is the ego identification. And believe it or not, it is a space that we might mourn or grieve and feel is lost because the ego gives us a lot of strength and a sense of power. And in that aspect, I wanted to, this mind is certainly putting this line of lest we forget, this understanding. I find it so touching that we're on the soul journey. And truly, if we're being honest, it is not easy in terms of moving beyond what our mind would like us to remember, which is our day-to-day existence, which is how do we pay our bills, how do we make the ends meet, where's the next place I want to travel to, what's the next thing I want to acquire. And this is how our minds have been trained. And unless we are moving through a journey of soul evolution consciously, we don't recognize that, yeah, if there's a little bit of sadness about, oh, I don't get to be that. And quite honestly, this is what I'm feeling, is that not a sadness, there's a joy with it too. So know that that's happening. But there is this awareness that once you move from that ego space, there's no going back. And I've heard that line before. I believe it was from Eckhart Tolle, actually. And I know that many spiritual leaders have said that once you have seen what you have not seen before, you cannot not see it. And we know this about anything. Of course, when we see something that we weren't able to see, and then suddenly we see it, we're able to see it. So again, like when you have those pictures where you have to look really carefully and let the eyes go fuzzy, carefully but not carefully, and suddenly you see an emerging picture. Once you see the emerging picture, you cannot not see it. So same with the visuals, that if you're seeing a vase and you see two different things, you can see that once you've seen the second thing, you can't not see it. So same idea if we look at the human experience. Once we have seen the soul perception of our experience, and the space where it comes from is the heart and through compassion and love, and once we've seen that, we cannot not see it. And it's such a wonderful opening into a space that truly is divine. So this quotation that also came up, so that quotation was actually by Taymour. I thought it was wonderful. And again, remembering that these tales that we hear can also be about this soul journey that people talk about. And it is this person's experience, this Hanifa's experience. And of course, I'm not alone in this experience. And I certainly hope that if you're on this journey, you recognize that there might be a little bit of awareness of, wow, this is what I cannot be anymore. Because when I am in that ego space, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't align. And so this next quotation came up, which it says, "For those who leave, never to return. For those who return, but are never the same, we remember." And I love it. And again, it's so funny that I find it emotional to say it. Like, I find it amazing about myself that this mind body finds it emotional, like, oh my gosh, what an experience that I'm having, and it is. At the same time, it is only this form that is feeling it. It's not who I am. I am so aware and so grateful for this journey and this recognition of it is a journey. And once we are on that journey and we've passed a certain point, there is no return. And I love this. And of course, it might make some people feel less than comfortable, but I can tell you what's on the other side is so worth it. So in that, I wanted to make sure I present it that way, that you're aware that it is what you are searching for. It is searching for you. It is you. And then I thought I'd finish with this quotation because it's so fitting, and I'm hoping that it will bring it all together for you, for your understanding. It says, when I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. When I let go of what I have, I receive what I need. And that's by Lao Tzu. And of course, this is a Buddhist writer, and I was a monk. And I can tell you that I find his writing so meaningful. And this one, again, has depth to it. When I let go, so remember, the soul, has attached to this human form, this human experience, these human senses, this human desire, this human everything. Yet it's desire of wanting more that moves us into the space of spirituality. And I hope you know that, again, when you let go of what you have, and this is, I have ego, I have stuff, I have acquaintances, I have knowledge, I have everything. And when I let go of what I have, that the soul is letting go of what I have in terms of the extras that the human form is picking up, then I receive what I need. And we do. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you are joyfully on this journey, as you won't believe, but I hope you do. It's actually true. It's a joyful journey, but it is an awareness. And every step of the way, we receive the information that helps our evolution. Sorry for the blender. It's breakfast time over here, and I will get to it. I wish you a fabulous day ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life.